Hi, I am making today my famous Bolognese pasta. So the ingredients we have are some fresh ground beef over here, some pepperoncini because I like everything a little spicy, some canned tomatoes, some cooking wine, peppers, celery, carrots, onion, and garlic. Usually you're not going to use as many vegetables as I have here, but I really like that mixture, especially adding in peppers for the antioxidants. Um, for me, anything with more vegetables tastes better. As well as I have a little half and half in the refrigerator and some olive oil. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to start and turn the oven on at around medium to low heat. So you're going to put just a little bit of olive oil in the pan, and you're going to start with just putting the onions and the garlic in. The key is to not burn the garlic because that'll end up having a whole different taste. Try not to use too much olive oil. My wife will kill me, but I do love olive oil, so I always tend to use a little bit more than normal. But no butter at all, you know. Good handful of white onion. You can see here it's already starting to sizzle a little bit. Garlic. Of course, onion and garlic you put to how you like, but I just really like onion and garlic. So using a wooden spoon, kind of move that around a little bit. Smells so good. Key is just to get it moving around, get it nice and brown so that the onion almost becomes transparent, and then that's when you can add in the other veggies and then the rest of the stuff. You want to see here? I also like that we have a little bit of the Italian flag over here with the colors, the peppers, the celery, the onions. So as far as olive oil, I like to put just enough so it just covers it. Just covers the top of the pan. So it looks like the onions and garlic now, if you can see, they're pretty transparent. They're nice and light. There's nothing burnt right now. So that's when I'm going to start putting in everything else. So we got the peppers, extra antioxidants, finishes the color of the Italian flag, has the celery here, and then a key ingredient is carrots. Carrots you'll find in most Italian dishes at home, and carrots are definitely a big part of the Bolognese. So same thing, try not to get this brown, turn it down a little bit. Try not to get anything burnt, add a little more olive oil to this. Just kind of get those flavors all gelling together. So when I moved to Italy in 2004, I started cooking for myself, and all kinds of pasta I really tried, but the Bolognese, just with that meat, it was hearty. I love the taste. They'd always have some kind of bread with it and some wine. And we ended up kind of being the one thing that I really liked and fell in love with cooking, and brought it back here. So I think as long as it's fresh ingredients and everything, you'll be fine. So now I'm going to add the meat, right? Get that in. Put the meat in with the multicolored veggies. What I want to do is kind of try to get like a nice little brown on that meat. Cook it a little bit before. That smells good. olive oil, it's up to you what you like. You know, everyone seems to have their own, some people, when I was living in Croatia, Croatian is the best olive oil. A lot of guys go to Greece, and Greece is the best olive oil. When I was in Italy is the best olive oil. But to me, I'd say like a Hardy Tuscan olive oil is one of my favorites I've had, as well as Greek. Greek olive oil is very good. So, just some good olive oil, extra virgin, will work perfectly. You can hear it starting to simmer a little bit. So man, you just want it to start cooking a little bit, start browning, and then we can add the sauce, and then we're going to let it cook for a couple hours. So when I come home from training, the aroma of the whole house is Bolognese. You can see it already starting to cook much better. So in a little bit, we're going to put in right here your Whole Foods brand of Italian style tomatoes. It has a little extra basil, oregano, garlic. Now usually I like to put in fresh basil. They actually didn't have basil today, so that's why we got one on a can that has a little bit of the basil. But usually some fresh basil in there is perfect. Alright, so as you can see now, it's pretty much all cooked in here. And now I'm going to add the rest. You got the tomato, whole can, diced. We actually had a little bit of tomato paste left over, so you could use that as well. Doesn't matter, as long as it's fresh and good quality. Just thickens it up a little bit. There you go. Already getting... See, I don't like too much tomato, especially before games, because it could get a little too much acidic, so I put a little less than maybe your normal Bolognese sauce, but you could do 2 cups of that easily. Not a problem. And then of course, the key feature, the wine. Wine is key when it comes to making Bolognese sauce. You know, you put some in. Some things say just a little bit. I always put way too much, but the more you let it sit, it really makes it thicker and tastier. So what we're going to do is turn it to high, get a little more wine in there. We're going to turn it to high. We're going to wait till it simmers or boils. You can see it, and then we're going to cover it, turn it to low, and have it sit for about an hour, maybe 2-3 hours. And for the last ingredient is pepperoncinis. I like it spicy. Be careful, because if you have it cooked for this long, it will get very spicy. I've made that mistake before. So just a little now to make sure it keeps the spice, and then I'll add on before I'm eating. So just kind of cover the top a little bit with it. Stir it around. As you can see, it's almost about to boil a little bit. So that's it. That's how you make Tony's Bolognese. Now you simmer it down to low and just cook it for as long as you want. The longer the better. Right before you serve it, put a little bit of half and half in there. Mix it around. You can always add a little more white wine salt, pepper, or red wine, salt, pepper, and olive oil if you want. And voila, we'll see how it tastes later.